Good afternoon, fret friends, and it certainly is a good afternoon. Why is it a good afternoon, I hear you say? Well, it's Sunday, and I love Sundays. Why do I love Sundays? Well, I go to church Sunday mornings. I absolutely love church. I'm a Christian. I absolutely love it. I love worship music. I loved being part of the worship team at the last church I was in, and hopefully I'm going to be part of the worship team in the new church I've moved to this year. But let's talk about what we're on with today. And it being Sunday, I don't do any paid work on Sundays. It's my rest day. But rest day doesn't mean I'm idle. It doesn't mean I do nothing. But what I do get to do on Sundays, because I don't work, is I get to look and play with and work on my own guitars. And I have 3 guitars that need work. And this is one of them. And this is my Epiphone SG, which I just bought. Absolutely beautiful, all black. I've mentioned in the early parts of the video what I'm going to do with this, so I'm just going to show the bits and bobs and the gubbins I've got. I'm going to remove all of the silver of the chrome hardware. I'm going to go with, I've got Wilkinson or Vanson, whichever way you want to look at it. I've got a black tailpiece and a black roller bridge. I wasn't going to go with roller bridge. In fact, I was going to go and buy some Tone Pros, which I could get relatively cheap in all black. But I've got these brand new in stock, so I thought I might as well use these while they're here. And I've got the inserts and the posts with them as well, blah 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 blah, for both the tailpiece and the bridge. So I thought I might as well go with those for now. I've also got a input jack in black. You know where I'm going with this guitar, don't you? We're going for the Eye Army all black, aren't we? And I've got the 3-way switch, proper Epiphone one. Didn't get a switchcraft. I thought this would do, you know, and it's a good 10-15 quid cheaper. Tuners wise, I've gone with Gotohs, exactly the same, kidney bean style. Love Gotoh gear, got these for a really good price. I'm at 19:1 gear ratio on these, so should hold tuning really well. Regarding the knobs, I'm going to leave them on for now, but I might want to change them for all black ones later on. We'll see how we go. Fingerboard, I'm going to stain it ebony, stain it as dark as I can get it. And I've just bought some stainless steel fret wire, and I was going to stick it in my Shine guitar, but I'm not now. My Shine guitar's had gold Evo fret wire. So I've got some stainless steel fret wire going spare. So if it's the same size as this, I think I might refret this with stainless steel fret wire. Doesn't need it, but I need to use. I want to use stainless steel because I've never used it before, and rather than do it on someone else's guitar, I want to do it on my own. One thing I forgot to go and purchase is a new nut. So I will go and buy myself a new nut, which I can change at a later date when I do the refret. What I'm going to do for now though is I'm going to change everything that I can bar the fret wire. I've got my Fletcher pickups here, bridge pickup Purgatory 14.5K, neck pickup Heaven 7 and 8. No, this is 8. It should be 7K. It's 8.9. I didn't mind a bit hotter, so it's a hot Heaven. Really clean, beautiful cleans there. So more or less totally opposed, aren't they, these two? Purgatory, Heaven. I know which one I'd choose given a choice, and I know where I'm going because I've been given a choice. But anyway, that aside, I'm going to crack on with this now. I'm going to get the strings off, going to get all the electrics out. Something else I'm doing, I don't know if I mentioned before, I've got some fabulous Bourns 500k audio pots. These are wonderful. I always used CTS before, and not just any old CTS. I use CTS Vintage, the expensive ones, the good ones. These are better. The sweep on these pots is absolutely wonderful. I use these for volume and tone. They're absolutely beautiful. They're not super cheap, but they're worth what you pay for them. I actually got these really cheap because I think I paid 18 quid for a set or whatever it was, and for whatever reason, or I don't know how it happened, they actually sent me 2 sets. So I got 6 for the price of 3, so absolutely chuffed with that. So I've got 4 for this guitar and some spare. And capacitor wise, wiring, I always go with Gibson grade wiring. I go with cloth pushback, pullback wiring, or I go with the braided stuff. And these are the capacitors I use. I used to use Sprague or Vichy orange drops until I discovered these Mullard Mustards. These are absolutely wonderful. Stuck these in my Gibson studio. Totally bought the guitar alive. So people will say to you, capacitors don't matter. It's just the value that matters. It doesn't matter what if they're made with paper in oil or with these or whatever. The capacitors do make a difference. I'll tell you that now. And these are absolutely brilliant. So I'm going with them. So that's it. I've explained what I'm going to do with the guitar. I'm now going to crack on. I don't know if I'm going to film any of the work, I don't know if I need to really. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to get the bridge posts out, the tailpiece posts out, put the black ones in. I'll get the bridge, tailpiece and the tuners all put in today. I don't think I'm going to go with the electrics today, but I might change the pickups today because I want these in to try them. I've tried them out before. They were not quite as good as I expected, but you know, maybe we're in the wrong guitar. They might sound absolutely amazing in this. I already know what this sounds like with stock pickups. It's not brilliant. It does need a clean boost with an overdrive in front of your gain channel to get more sustain out of them. These are going to give me all the sustain I need, I think. And if I don't like these, I can move them on. You know, these are 90 quid a set nowadays. They're hand-wound, they're handmade by Ben Fletcher of Fletcher Pickups. I'm sure I could get half my money back for these. I'd probably take half my money back, 45. Probably take 50 quid for a pair of these if I moved them on. And I'd go and get something nice like, probably go and get something nice like some iron gear stuff, which I want to try out anyway. So I'm going to crack on, I'm going to do a little bit of work on this. At least I'm going to change the tuners, the bridge, tailpiece, the pickups, and we'll come back and see how we are in a bit. Stay tuned. Back soon. So I'm going to show you things as we move along with this SG guitar. I've already put the Gotoh tuners on, which you can see there. Not an exact fit, but fitted well enough. The holes in the back didn't quite line up, but I managed to get them in. It's not ideal, but it's okay. They're tight and they're in. But I want to show something in particular right now, and I want to make sure we're in the middle with that, because what we're going to do is we're going to remove these inserts for the tailpiece and the bridge. And you think, how do I get them out? Well, there is a very easy way to get them out, and I'm just going to zoom in, and there you go. You concentrate on my voice. And what we need to do is we need to check the depth of the holes, and we've got that depth, and we need to find a screw or something with a good firm solid base like this, with a flat end that we can drop in there, and that is about, it's probably 8 to 9 mil from the top. And what we're going to do is we're going to tighten this tailpiece post to that, and sometimes they don't come right out. What we do is we'll go and get a flat screwdriver, just to find one, and we're going to gently, we don't want to push through the back of the guitar, so gently just turn, and that will raise this post. Can you see how that's working there? And there you go, it's coming really easy now, and that's it, it's out. And what we do is, we'll do it all on camera for you, and we can just get the other posts in. So that's the two. Let's make sure I've got two for the bridge posts, and the bridge post going on there, because we don't want to mix anything up. Bridge post, we'll put it aside, bridge post. Now we've just got the tailpiece post left in the guitar. Don't want to mix anything up, we want to make sure everything goes back. If we need to put it back, we make sure everything goes back in the same place, the correct place. And what we do is we go and remove the screw. Absolutely perfect. And we'll do the same with the bridge ones now, or with the tailpiece ones. Sometimes they can be tight, sometimes they're not so tight. Nice and gentle. We're not going to push through the guitar, look at that, absolutely easy, beautiful. That one's out, and we'll leave that one in there. And we'll get the other one. We're going to take again, drop it in. I think you're learning something. I learned this trick, I don't know where I learned it. I think I learned it, might have seen it on YouTube, might have been Dan Earlywine from Stumac guy. This one's a little bit tighter, but it's coming, and there you go. So we're not pushed through the guitar. Absolutely wonderful. We've got them out. Now we just hope and pray that the ones going in are the same size as the ones that's just come out. If not, we're going to have to use some trickery. So there you go. Now, I don't know which, therefore, these are the tailpiece ones, so let's stick them in. That's going to be absolutely fine, I believe. Are they too thick? It seems they're a little bit too wide. Didn't really want that, because I didn't want to have to drill into there, because I want to put the old ones back in some time. I could leave the silver ones in there. If we don't want to go cracking, okay, let me just give it a little tap with a hammer. You're learning this as I am. Now what we're going to do is, don't want want to damage the guitar in any way at all. So I'm going to break off some tape. Put a little, just going to take out a little circle or a little piece of tape there. I'm going to tape around this because I'm going to, I could have done this beforehand, and in hindsight I should have done this beforehand, but let's just go with that. Always have options. We're not going to whack anything in, we're just going to take a piece. Best thing to do is level the guitar, flatten the guitar. You probably can't see the guitar now, don't worry about that, I'll move the camera in a second. There you go, how's that? Firm bass. I'm just going to we don't want to crack anything, that's in firmly. I don't think that's ever going to come out, is it? And there you go, that's in. Let's do the same this side. But no crack in there, so we know it's a good fit. There's a wire there for the bridge, that's the earth wire. What we need to do is we need to make sure that is up here, because we need to get a good connection with that. Good job we just spotted that. So what I'm going to do is, oh, you know what, that comes out the top, that's absolutely fine where that is, didn't need to touch that. We'll just push that back in. So we're going to get a good connection there regardless. There you go. Same again with this one. That's in there. Wow, that's a tight fit. They're not coming out. So if we put the chrome ones back in there, they're going to stay on them posts. So there you go, and there's no point me carrying on with filming that, you know how it works. They've gone in absolutely beautiful. So I'll stop the video here and I'll come back with an update as and when. And that went without a hitch. I mean, that's how we're going to look with black hardware on there. Bridge is nice and loose, tailpiece is nice and loose. Bridge is a little bit tight, but that's good. We want it a little bit tight. Absolutely beautiful. I've not decided whether I want the screws this way or that way yet on the bridge. I'm going to go and have a look at some pictures on the internet. What else I want to do today before I finish is I've got 3 high frets. One there, one here, and one in this region up here. I think it's this one, 21st, probably 2nd and 4th, or some down this area, a little bit high. So I'm going to level those off a little bit. I'm going to take the neck up, I'm going to stain, I'm going to sand and stain the fingerboard, and I'm going to polish the frets. And then other jobs like the pickups and everything and the electrics I'm going to leave until next week. Like I said, the time now is, it's just gone 6 o'clock. We're having a late dinner today. Dinner's just about ready. It'll be ready in 5 minutes. So I am going to call it a day. And it may not seem like I've done a lot. I've changed the tuners, I've changed the bridge and the tailpiece. I'm going to get these frets done right now, won't take me long. And I've also refretted another guitar today, my Shine Super Strat. So not done bad. Little victories, you know, every day a little victory, that's what it's all about. So that's it. I'm not going to do another update today on this now. The next update will be next week. Hopefully by then I've found some spare time in the week and we've done more work on this. So until then, farewell and I will see you soon.